what has gradually disappeared over the last 10 years without people really noticing. The convenience and accessibility promised by the internet of the 2000s and 2010s that is gradually taken away from us. I bought a season of a show on Amazon a few years back, and they seem to have somehow lost the rights to the original, so now I can only access the dubbed version, which I don't like. The show now is only available on a streaming service that doesn't exist in my country, so I got a VPN, only to find out that I can't fucking pay for the streaming service without a credit card. So now I just ordered the box set again, like I would have done 15 years ago. It's not just the streamers. I remember when website loading times were the topic when talking about browsers. But now every website you open requires for you to take 2 minutes to close, 5 legal questions, and pop up. Do you want to register? Horseshit, with the X's hidden in different spots every time. There are ads everywhere. And even if you buy the premium version of things, there are still more ads within the content, all for shit you'd never buy. Places like YouTube remove functioning like and dislike features so that you can't tell what videos you can simply skip. Google also seems to be less efficient than it was 8 years ago, and finding anything online has become a chore. All new security measures they introduce just steal your time and life energy. You want to log into Netflix on your PC, but you can't because it needs to be registered as a temporary device. They send you an email, but to open the email, they first need you to enter a code they send to your phone, which is in the other room. So you go get it, and once you've entered the code and opened Netflix, you forgot what the fuck you even wanted to watch in the first place. Don't get me started on all the fucking updates everything seemingly needs to do every other week. This one is huge. 10 years ago, I was blown away by how good Google was. Anything I wanted to learn about was instantly found for me. Now, it's all AI slop, and there is clear proof that the decrease in quality is partially caused by Google themselves serving worse results to get you to try another query and see more ads. Image search has become a nightmare. You used to be able to easily download an image. Now it's a fucking puzzle to figure out how to get to the image. And when you finally download it, it's in a fucking WebP or hike format or some shit. Then you just say fuck it and take a screenshot. You know the resolution is all fucked, but at this point you don't care anymore. I had to switch to DuckDuckGo recently due to the shitty AI suggestion thing I can't turn off. Fuck that noise, it's shit. It's bad enough I got ads on the first 4 or 5 results, but now there's AI taking up more space with shit answers. The good old 800 beta car that would actually run and drive. Good luck finding anything nowadays that will run and drive for less than $3,000. And cars that ordinary people could repair. Online spaces for kids. When I was a child, we had several online places made for children. Every single children's TV channel had a website with games for kids. There were several online games geared towards children, like Club Penguin, etc. Now, if you're 10 years old, you either rot your brain with shitty YouTube videos or you rot your brain with social media. The death of Adobe Flash did a significant amount of that damage. I remember Poptropica was basically in a coma for years afterwards while they scrambled to convert it to HTML5. Nickelodeon and Cartoon Network just never bothered switching most of their content, so those websites are pretty much dead. Neopets was my jam. I live in Japan. Most of the stuff mentioned here is still alive and well in Japan. That's because Japan has been stuck in the year 2000 since the 80s. Every time I go, even the first time, it feels nostalgic. Definitely a vibe reminiscent of pre-9/11 America. For one thing, the news cycle isn't dark and doomer. You can still rent physical media, and there's still major CD DVD chains like HMV and Tower Records. Arcades are everywhere. Isn't it weird 10 years ago means 2015 and not 2010 or 2005? 10 years ago is 1990. Quality clothing and furniture. Everything is plywood and polyester, even at the better stores. Edit, I meant MDF and other particular boards. Reasonable fast food prices. Coins on the sidewalk. There used to be this rocky part of a park that I could always find quarters in. Each time we visited, I would spend a lot of time rummaging through those rocks just to find a couple bucks worth of quarters. I made up stories in my head about how a truck full of quarters must have crashed there years ago, and they just never picked them all up. As I got older, I lost interest, but that place was always magical to me. Turns out my dad was dropping quarters in there when I wasn't looking because he knew it made me happy / kept me busy. Mid-career jobs. The great flattening. Seriously, this. I feel like everyone I know either makes $22 an hour or $150K a year. Also early career jobs. Now everyone wants seniors and juniors, but with the pay of an entry-level job. Small independent hardware stores. They used to be a small town staple, especially in the Midwest. Almost everyone used to be the oldest business in town, having been open since like 1895. Now, they're all mostly gone, and your only alternative is a big box hardware store or ordering on Amazon. It's incredibly depressing. A real live person answering a business telephone. And if you don't believe me, press 5 to repeat this message. Alternatively, a customer service call that doesn't take 5 minutes to tell you how you can reach them on their website instead. Motherfucker. I'm a millennial. Do you think I would be calling if I had any other choice? Are you sure that you want to speak with an agent? I can probably assist you with whatever you need, says the AI voice that is trying to put my unusual request into one of 5 standardized buckets. We are experiencing higher than normal call volumes. All day. Every day. What even is normal? A lie. Really owning anything but more paying to borrow. Toys and cereal boxes. 24 hours businesses. COVID killed them, and it seems a lot of them aren't coming back. My local Planet Fitness closes at 7 p.m. on the weekends. 7. God, I miss the 2 a.m. runs. I loved walking around Walmart at 2 a.m. The Walmartians were out in full force then. Mall phones. Remember the pre-smartphone era when manufacturers raced to make phones smaller and smaller? Then the iPhone was launched and everyone thought it was too big at the time, but now even that looks tiny. Now even cheap smartphones are huge, like mini tablets and barely fit into pockets. Reminds me of the Futurama bit in the early 2000s, or 3000s. What happened? Did you swallow your phone again? Fireflies. Pile your leaves up. Leave them. Fireflies lay their eggs in leaf litter, and when we bag up leaves and trash them, we're trashing future fireflies. I don't pick up leaf litter on my property, and I have a decent amount of fireflies every summer. Edit. While I'm here, popping in to say everyone should look up plants native to their area and spread those around as much as possible. Your specific area will have a certain biodiversity dedicated to its ecoregion, and there's more than likely a non-profit close to you that will provide information on naturalizing your yard. Ownership. You pay a subscription. You can't fix what you own because it's proprietary. You can't buy outright. Our ownership of things has become a rental service, where they can break or completely remove what we purchased without consent at any time, because it was in the terms of service. I hate how everything is turning into a billboard now too. Oh, you've owned your TV for 2 years now? Well, we just ran an update to show you commercials during the screensaver mode. Want no ads? Well, you need to pay more for that. Loud AF video ads on gas pumps. Ads on apps that you've used for many years that didn't have them before, but now all of a sudden, they need them for revenue. More and more ads before movies. I keep setting my Alexa Echo Show to not show ads. I literally wanted the show versus another one because I wanted the clock that displays. Now most of the time when I look at it, it's not the clock, it's ads. Every time I fix the settings, they must send an update or something because then ads start up again. Leave me the fuck alone in my own home. Definitely getting rid of the Echo Show, by the way. That's utter BS. I wanted to finally get myself a Kindle last year. Now those have ads. You have to pay extra to not have ads on the fucking device you buy and own to read a fucking book. I feel almost paranoid anymore, like I have a stalker and I just don't know where they'll spring up next and their intentions are not good. I'm getting really fucking sick of it. I'm already stressed out enough as it is, but now I just feel surrounded and harassed by so many ads trying to get me to part with what little money I do have. Honestly, I think the constant ads is lowering at least my quality of life. I feel more and more like the regular working class is being treated like a herd of cattle and not real people. Edited to add, how could I forget to mention websites with ads? Just about every single website is so packed with ads that they render the site almost unusable. Ads popping up while reading the news. Websites needing to reload repeatedly because of some glitching ad error. Ads taking up so much screen space that you can only read a few lines of whatever you are reading at a time. X buttons to close the ad windows so tiny that you risk hitting the ad itself, and then you get redirected to a new site. I swear there also must be a way that some apps and sites dial up the ad sensitivity to touch to 1000%. You just brush that ad with your finger while you scroll and boom, it opens up. It really makes being online such an obnoxious experience anymore, or using apps a chore. I've been getting more and more avoidant of being online, which I guess isn't a bad thing overall, but still, the internet used to be a pretty fun place to be. And then there's the ads that are sponsored content on Google results, Amazon results, etc. Amazon is obnoxious because those sponsored products just keep showing up on repeat as you scroll through products. It's like they pop up after 5 actual search results over and over and over. And in FB Marketplace, ads that lead to other websites are getting harder to detect from actual things individual people are selling. Reddit has gotten bad about making ads look like they are actual posts or comments. Anyone else notice the recent-ish addition of ads disguised as comments that are just mixed into comments rather than just the first comment? That is sneaky AF. I'm going along reading comments, tabbing the top of the comments to shrink them when I am done reading it, and then I accidentally will hit the top of an ad comment, and instead of shrinking like actually comments do, it takes you to a different web page. I know this was 100% their intent too, to trick a person closing up comments as they read into hitting the ad. It's so sneaky and just gross. I guess ads must still work on a lot of people or they wouldn't be pushing out so many anymore. Who are these people who are driving more ads by responding to them by buying products so much so that ads just continue to litter every aspect of the world around us anymore? Or maybe the problem is that ads are not working as well as they used to drive up sales, and that's why they're finding new ways to force us to view these ads. Okay, sorry, I just need to let it all out, lol. Anyways, this post is sponsored by I will defend physical media until my dying breath. It's awful that we let people trade our ownership in exchange for convenience. Edit. Also, I should clarify that in physical media, I would include digital copies as well. Obviously not physical, but the concept still applies, I think. Edit. People saying physical media gets damaged, degrades, see above point. Make copies of the stuff you really love if you're scared it'll get damaged. Also, pirating still exists. I'm sure Disney will survive if you don't want to pay for copies. If you bring a business idea to investors, they won't even look your way if that model doesn't have a subscription built in somewhere. I miss 99 and 199 full mobile games so much. In the least sarcastic sense possible, critical thinking and self-reflection. It's really a struggle to engage with people these days who aren't capable of putting their bias and personal beliefs aside to think big picture or critically about any issue. People just jump straight to personal insults, fallacies, and needing to feed their ego. It's so hard to be a teacher right now. They literally wait for the answer. In an open book test the other day, I had a complaint that there wasn't a page number. There were only about 6 it could have been on. Didn't want to look. My hair? We noticed. We were just being polite. Skype. It's amazing really that the provider of video calls disappeared during Corona. Skype just turned into Teams. Privacy. It's been a lot longer than 10 years since we've had an expectation of privacy. The general decline of public services. It's become normalized for public health, schools, council-run services to all be worse. Teachers, nurses, fire services all at breaking point and more cuts announced. All because we can't afford it. Someone's making money and it certainly isn't the working class. People answering phone calls. The ability to read and comprehend something longer than a paragraph. I'm an English teacher and this is a serious problem. I have several students who do badly at reading comprehensions because article-sized texts are too long. These aren't lazy kids either. Some of them are very good at other aspects of their work. They all speak 3 languages. But by their own admission, they just don't read. I don't mean they don't read books. I mean they don't even read magazine articles, newspapers, or websites. They literally just read Instagram comments and the like. This is going to have serious consequences later in life when they go into higher education and they cannot study, or they try and get an office job that requires that they read reports or anything longer than a short email. ChatGPT, please summarize the above post for me. Did not read your whole comment, but I probably agree with you. One time a coworker says, "What's that on your phone?" because it was just text on a white background. I said, "A book." And she replies, "A book?" Just baffled. Yes, dumbass, a book. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to press like button and subscribe. I really appreciate you guys. If you want to suggest interesting Reddit posts, drop them down in the comments. Till next time, peace.